This is a review for the Santa Cruz / Monterey KOA located in Northern California. We are in Site 224 at the Santa Cruz Monterey KOA, and this is a really nice resort. We happen to be in one of these pet spots, which has patio space. They have the table, the Adirondacks chairs, and then that little swing chair. There is a fire pit over here, and you can get firewood here. There's a grill we haven't used because we've been using ours, and we have the light. And then as I come around to the back of the site, we have one of these pet pen enclosure areas. So you can see it's a fenced-in area just for our pets. And so our dog's been able to hang out here. She won't really stay out here if we're not outside, so she doesn't get to endlessly be out here because she'll whine and bug everybody. It's a really nice long site, plenty of space for us to park our vehicle. The bathrooms are in that building right there, although we don't need that because of course we're self-contained. We have everything we need. And then if we just take a walk up that little pathway where the concrete stairs are at, that goes right up to the sand shack, which is their little area where you can get food, and they have the bouncy castle and all of those other things, and I'll show you that in just a minute in the video. And then back on this side, you can just see we have the 50 amp hookup, water and septic, so this is a full hookup spot. They do have places that are just water and electric and not septic. They also have a lot of spots that are smaller and shorter, but I don't think our big rig would fit. Like actually all those people right on the edge right there, I don't think our RV would even fit in any of those spots. So you're seeing a lot of travel trailers and stuff on this perimeter edge of the campground. There's an A way down there, but that kind of spot I think is a little bit different. So this outer edge is pretty much travel trailers. When I booked, this is Memorial Day weekend, and so it's a very busy weekend. The place is packed, and when I booked, there was only one spot available that was left for a rig our size, and I booked this about 3 weeks before Memorial Day weekend. And the rate was $200 or $210 a night, which I couldn't believe was so high, but I think part of that is Memorial Day weekend, part of that is Northern California and Santa Cruz pricing. And then we also had the pet enclosure, which I wouldn't have paid extra for if it wasn't my only option and the only one available. So I will show you more of the campground now. The pool is great. It is very large. They only open it up for people who are actually registered guests, and you're not allowed to have any visitors. So just keep that in mind if you do know other people in the area. Out in the distance there, you can see where the hot tub is at. And the pool is a little cool. It's Memorial Day weekend, and it's not super warm yet. It's still in the 70s, and so the kids actually hung out mostly in the hot tub. There is a fire pit down here in the distance, and my guess is as it gets later in the day, they'll actually have that running. The pool also has plenty of seating and table areas and great stuff like that. So it's great if you're mom and dad and not jumping in, you have somewhere to sit and hang out. And the pool is located right near the entrance office where the camp store is at, and you do your registration. And like a typical KOA that is very family friendly, they do have a fun train at this location. And the fun train was a number of different little car cabs you can see here that they would pull along, and the kids could ride throughout the campground, and they're playing music. Let's see if you can hear it as it's driving by. And kids on their own bikes would follow the train. These are more sites. These are shorter sites. We probably could fit in some of these, but they have a lot more of these types of sites, a little bit smaller, kind of full gravel. That might be about 40 feet, so we'd probably maybe just squeeze into that spot. but we are definitely at one of the pull-through larger spots that really is set up for the large big rigs, you know, Super Cs and the Class A's. And there were limited number of spots like that, at least for this weekend because it was Memorial Day weekend. So that is an issue. Over here, they have the bouncy pad. This is the Sand Shack, which is their area where you can come to get food. We're actually getting these really cool Hawaiian donut beignet looking things in the morning that we ordered tonight, and we'll have them in the morning. You can see they have cornhole here, and then they set up a movie screen, and so they're going to be showing Lilo and Stitch tonight as the movie. There is the jump pad. They have two different jump pads over here. And then there's a bunch of other food that you can get at the Sand Shack. And there's bathrooms over here and stuff. So you can order food and grab food. Over here. So tonight they're actually going to have live music because it is Friday night and Memorial Day weekend. And then they have kind of a crafts area where you can do coloring, things like that. There's some bathrooms over here. This is inside of the Sand Shack. They have equipment rental set up. So you can do equipment rental, and then it looks like they're already getting ready for some of the evening items with the food and stuff that they're doing tonight. And then these are the malasadas. That's what we're getting for breakfast tomorrow morning. So we're super excited about that. A little sluice to do some mining, gem mining. And just a mile down the street is the Manresa Beach. This is a state park beach, so it's a $10 fee for the day. We've been in California for so long, we went ahead and just bought a parks pass. But this is a great beach because there's not a ton of people. There's plenty of space on the beach to set up your chairs and everything else. It definitely was one of our favorite places to hang out at. You'll also definitely want to head down to Santa Cruz Boardwalk area. This is, I guess, one of the largest beachside amusement park areas that there is in the whole nation. We enjoyed grabbing some lunch in the town and then just hanging around and seeing all the wildlife. Sea otter doing tricks. If you are into seeing all the California missions, there's 21 of them that the Spaniards set up, and Santa Cruz is one of the locations, so you can check out the old mission. It's actually free to just walk around and check it out, and they still even do a mass here, at least in the area, on early morning at 8 o'clock, and then there's a nearby church that does most of the masses. And one night we headed over to Capitola, which is actually kind of between where the KOA is and Santa Cruz proper area. This is another great little beach town, a lot of cool places to eat and shops and stuff to check out. So overall, we really enjoyed this Santa Cruz KOA and highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at RV Homeschool.